Hi. Hello. We're doing a short stream today. With more game I can't stand. Which is, these days, it's about 90% of games. Is there a difference between continue a new game? Well, I'm gonna start from the very bottom. Why? Because I have nothing prepared. Absolutely. Well, I lie if I say absolutely nothing. But the stuff I would have prepared, I'm not really in the mood in right now. So I'd rather play something... Not this shit again. I'd rather play something that I don't like in first place, instead of souring my experience with a game that I would actually like to play. Here's the idea: Frostpunk. No, too much concentration needed for Frostpunk. The alternative is Colony Survival. It's either Colony Survival or this. I need a game where I can... 25 months. Jesus Christ. It's like half of 50. It's either this or Colony Survival. I need a game where I can talk, and I need a game where it's not too bad if I stop after an hour. So awesome, I'm gonna kill myself. Make that 30 years so awesome. I haven't killed myself yet. Okay, I need to get used to the controls for this game again. Yeah, okay, there's no clicking, no nothing involved. Colony Survival was the first game I saw on stream, I remember it. Yeah, you say this every time I bring it up, Lou. Oh god, fuck me. It's not like my mouse is on the verge of giving up. Either, you know? But maybe, just maybe.
There's no feeling more intense than...
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about this guy.
If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after
Bennett.
spending an hour in the commute.
Mr. Foddy.
If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food
It's
on
like rain.
If you won an argument with a
on
friend
a wedding
and then later
day.
discovered that they just returned to their
It's
original
a free
starting over is harder
ride.
than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be
Yeah,
here.
okay. This is suffering, yeah. Please just give me something to talk about.
All right.
So I
Thanks
can...
for coming with me on this trip.
Oh, shut
I
up,
understand
Bennett.
if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a
If you give me something to talk about, I might be able to just circumvent the game.
Progress, always, even your mistakes.
Whoa, 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 how did I...
A free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough.
Rona, endless of conversation. No, please, I've been talking about that today already.
Than as polished products.
I've been... Can we actually disable this guy? Quality extreme. Here we go. That makes it more bearable. I've been talking about the Rona earlier today already because of I've been invited to a birthday party, and luckily I found people. When I say luckily, I don't really care if people agree with me or not, to be honest, because I don't need others to agree with me to know that my point of view is, for me, the right one. Might not be the right one in 2 weeks, it might not be the right one in a month, it might not be the right one ever. But for me, it's the right one. What I want to say is that I don't need people to be yes-mans, basically, for me to feel good. So I'd rather not talk about that topic. That topic, though, because it's so aggravating, to be honest. What we can talk about instead is maybe more game suggestions, or I don't know, goings on in other people's lives. I have work tomorrow, like we can talk about that. In the morning I have to take care of Babby, in the evening I have to go to work. I'd really like to record some Distorted Detective for Friday. I actually wanted to do that last week, but fuck me. Life finds a way to spit in your cereal sometimes. So I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow. I've made some good progress on editing. I don't know if anyone can remember Shiro Nagazu Island. So that should happen soon. I'm almost done with Nier. I know I've been saying that for 2 weeks already, but 2 weeks can be a very long time, everyone. 2 weeks can be a very, very long... We could be stuck at this point in the game for the next 2 weeks. Have you played any Supergiant games on stream, or planning to? One of the very first games I actually wanted to play for YouTube was Bastion. And I think I would be up for playing Bastion. I don't know if I own it on the Steam account. I haven't played any other Supergiant game. I was eyeing up Hades for quite a while, but then I got over the hype, basically.
Hello?
And I was not interested in it anymore. 2 weeks seem optimistic. Yeah, 2 weeks, it's like saying, just 2 weeks. That's like 2 Saturdays, 2 Sundays, yeah. Alright, 2 full weeks of work. We can get past that. 2 weeks is not that long, right? Like 2 weeks is the embodiment of soon, but you don't know how soon. It's like the Blizzard type of soon. 2 weeks could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 months. Could be 2 years full of 2 weeks. 2 weeks to flatten the curve after all. Fuck me. Don't go back to that topic, please, Lambda. World of Horror update is supposed to come by end of November. Come to think of it, the World of Horror update yet? Or is it just teased right now? I mean, Blue showed us, I don't know, if, like, I think Spiri and Arcane weren't here last time when we streamed, right? Blue showed us the Twitter link where the developer, may God let him rest in peace. I know he's not dead yet, but still. Fuck me. Showed that it was gonna happen soon. Did he say end of November or early December? Actually, come to think of it, do like any other culture celebrate the 6th of December? In Germany, it's a pretty important day. But I don't know if it's like as important in America or like the UK or wherever else you guys are from. Fuck my life, until 1st of December I'm still going to be stressed. It's like a week, Devkey. My Probezeit was 2 weeks. It can't be right. The Probezeit needs to be at least... Doesn't it need to be at least a month? Devkey? Like by law? A month or 2 months? Going up to 6, I believe. So they fucked you, Devkey. 2 weeks remaining, you mean? Alright. Like, grit your teeth. It needs to be 1 to 4 months, you mean? I want to become famous. Yeah, thank you. Oh my god! The bot even messaged me privately. It just popped up on my screen. You can do it, Devkey. I believe in you. Like, if I can be a working and functioning member of society, then so can you, no matter how weird you are. Fuck, I didn't do that! Someone else is controlling my mouse. World of Horror's huge update. 0.9.84. Weird. Fucking... version number. Is coming this month, on November 12th. From World of Horror Twitter guy. Fucking Twitter, eh? 6 is when it's a work contract. Wait, what are we talking about then? What is your Probezeit? What is your trial time about? What are we talking about, Dafki? Of course I can do it. Yeah, of course you can do it. Oh, come on. I just thought you wanted a little bit of a motivation from your local favorite streamer. Okay? I just wanted to be there for you for once. Instead of putting you down, I wanted to build you up, okay? Do you want for me to ruin the coolness of the word conductor? Davkey, the furry old conductor. Well, considering that you... Wait. Why do you want to ruin the word for me in the first place? Also, I don't believe the conductor is an owl, is he? Because he looks like a dinosaur. The conductor's not an owl. Is DJ Coolmax or whatever he's called? Is he a penguin? I think he's a penguin, but I don't think the conductor is an owl. I think he's just living amongst owls. Oh, fucking... I can't believe I'm stuck here. The conductor just is. Train conductor or orchestra conductor? Are we talking about electrical conductivity? Conductor is burp. He's living among owls. Yeah, but if I live among, like, women, does this make me a female? You know what I mean? It's not how it works. Which game? Head in Time. Head in Time. I had in time a lot of fun last week, or rather this Sunday. Which is good because later that Sunday I got ill. I was ill all week actually. So I'm kind of looking forward to return to work tomorrow, but let's just say that work in Germany, starting by the like this week, it's a little bit fucked up. The one after birds can be annoying because you'll probably get lost a lot. The purple level thingy, or what do you mean exactly? Fuck, I can't complete this game. Give me something else. Battle of the Birds and the next world you'll play. Oh, the one after the next world. Okay. Battle of the Birds and the next world you'll play are my personal favorites. I'm still confused about some of the act unlocking stuff because it doesn't make a lot of sense. But considering I need a key for the rocket race, or maybe it does. Oh, fucking hell. I'm working as a logistics guy, let's call it that, in a warehouse, Jahresinventur. That late in the year? Well, some people literally do it on the 31st of December, but it's not too bad. Come on. Inventur is the best, like, it's so brain dead and easy. Oh, Black Friday is coming up as well. Yeah, okay. Can you actually still say that? Black Friday, or... Why is it even called Black Friday? I don't actually know that. Well, isn't it a strictly American thing? We're celebrating it in Germany now too. Fucking hell! This year we celebrated Singles Day. Can you believe that? I thought it was a Chinese thing with Alibaba or whatever it's called, like the Jack Ma thingy. Is his name Jack Ma? I think his name is Jack Ma. The Chinese Amazon guy, basically. And then we were told to prepare for Singles Day. And I thought, Jesus Christ, why don't we just what's it called? Appropriate the culture of every single country on this earth? How about we're all just a mix and mishmash of like everything, and then no one knows what makes anyone even unique anymore? How about that? Oh, X and Y are doing it. Why aren't we doing it? You're right, we could make money with that. We need to celebrate this too. Isn't there like there's like an episode for The Simpsons where they celebrate... Is it The Simpsons or is it Futurama? I think it's The Simpsons. Ah yeah, it must be The Simpsons. They come up with a new holiday or something to sell more gifts, I believe. Oh, fuck me. What? Can I have ethnic Chinese straits day, please, and thank you. What is ethnic Chinese straits? I just want Nyonya Kui man. What is Nyonya Kui? And does the man, like, the friendship day or something? Yeah, it was a Simpsons episode, right? I believe it was a Simpsons episode. The Simpsons have predicted so much. I do wonder if they're still predicting shit these days or not, because I haven't watched any in quite a while. Anyone still remember the episode where let's say an Asian man in a warehouse coughs or sneezes in a package and then like tapes it together and sends it to Springfield, and some kind of weird ass pandemic, let's call it that, breaks out in Springfield? Anyone remember that episode? Kind of weird to watch this one these days, huh? With the teddy bears and hearts and lights. Yes, Manimoto, yes. You're bringing back the details to me as if I'm watching the episode. Thank you. Oh god, what am I... Ooh. If you just make enough episodes, you'll predict something. Oh, it's a typewriter thingy again. Oh. You bet they made a lot of satires on Future Worlds. Some episodes are great, but they are among bad ones, so you have to dig for them. I think the ones where they actually go into the future, like with Bart and Lisa grown up, always the kind of most interesting ones because of the presidential candidates they have and stuff, like Lisa being the president. And in the movie, wasn't there like a person that was basically Arnold Schwarzenegger, the president, even? Like I believe. Yeah. You know when we need to get really careful? When the Simpsons make an episode set in the future where the president is a lizard person. That's how you know they start conditioning us into accepting it. Oh! Careful now. Careful now. It was Arnold himself. They had Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, okay. They had Kang and Kodos. Yeah, the aliens, you're right. Fuck me, I fully fucked this one up. I mean, Rage so far, yeah. I'm not playing this game to win it, to be honest. I'm just playing it to have a little bit of game right now. A little bit of training the good old brain cells and the hand muscles. It's like doing math while jerking. You train two things at the same time. Oh, for fuck's sake. How did I ever get further than this last time? Why am I struggling so much? Is it really my mouse or is it my hand? Am I getting old? I must be getting old. I was younger when I played this last, I'm sure. I was at least 2 months younger. If not even 3. 3 months are a very long time. 3 months are like the equivalent of how many? 2 more weeks? Exactly? Oh god, I'm getting now I'm getting a little bit angry. Okay. You know, I thought, oh, I beat Sans. I'm sure I can get further in this game today. Even if I don't have anything else prepared and don't want to play anything else right now, I'm sure I can get further than I got last time because I learned something from my little sortie with Sans. But I don't think I actually learned anything. I've started playing Dark Souls 2 again recently, like a few days ago. And I'm stuck in Hyde's Tower of Flame. Mostly because I don't really want to go into the castle area, like where the Pursuer and the Last Giant are. I actually want to do Hyde's Tower first, both bosses. But big giants are whooping my ass so hard. Already got the mace, I'm like level 30. I can equip the mace, I'm using it two-handed, I need 5 attacks to kill like one of these giants, one of these stone giants. I've killed one of them so much that he started despawning already, or rather, he did despawn. I kind of wanted their weapons, I kind of wanted to go big two-handed attacks. But the game didn't let me drop the weapon, sadly, so I'm not sure how or whether I should continue with this playthrough. I could just, like, I started as a deprived and thought, you know what, next time just go pyromancer, kill the first few enemies quickly and just grab an item that is on the ground rather than trying to grind for one dropped by enemies. I might just do that. Or I might just stop playing it altogether because it tickled me a little bit. It tickled me to play a little bit of Dark Souls. But that itch is gone again, basically. The itch is gone again. It's like a disease. It's like an STD, like the itch to play Dark Souls. You get an ointment, maybe you give in a little bit, you know? Maybe you give it to someone else. But in the end, it's always gonna go away. That's not how it goes, right? Some STDs you keep until the end of your life. Like genital herpes or whatever it's called. I'm not big on STDs, I gotta tell you. Like, I gotta admit right now, if there's one thing I don't know anything about, it must be STDs. Very unknowledgeable about anything sex, to be honest. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh. Lambda just used big bonks. Great clubs are the best heavy weapons in Dark Souls 2. Well, yeah, if I could, you know? I would if I could. I was trying to get the mace from the stone giants in Hyde's Tower. And then I read up on the wiki because after killing it a few times I was unsure whether it can actually drop it. And it said, oh yeah, highly increased chance to drop after you intensify twice. I thought, great, so now I'm gonna have to get the stuff to intensify the bonfire before I can even do anything. Before I've even beaten a single boss. I think that's the biggest problem with Dark Souls 2 is that the first boss comes pretty late. Like, you have to get through quite some stuff to even encounter your first boss. Your first boss is either the Dragon Rider dude in Hyde's Tower of Flame, or the Last Giant, or the Pursuer. Then again, I'm not... Can you do the Pursuer? I think you can do the Pursuer, but do you even need to do the Last Giant? Yes, because of the key, right? So it's either that or... Well, hypothetically, you could also... Couldn't you... well, you can also get to the Last Dragon Slayer. Is it that? Is it called that? The Last Dragon Slayer? Like Ornstein, fake Ornstein. Tell me when Lambda. What? Let's play the game of when Lambda will add me on Steam so I can pay his video game addiction. I'd rather not. Who are you, my sugar son? That's really weird. You don't pay the video games for someone you don't actually know. Pay for your own video games. You know, fuel your own addiction. Don't make me any worse. I'm fine with the video games I have, thank you very much. I earn enough money. Ah! I pay for them. Yeah, that's good. Barrow Trauma. I've eyed that game a few times, but I wasn't sure where it was right for me. Is it good? Yeah, multiplayer. Yeah, that's exactly why. But sometimes I'm playing some cheeky multiplayer people don't even notice. Maybe I even played with some of you already and you just don't know. All I'd need to do is use another account or... Oh, how did I get here like this? I've never played Getting Over It, only because it would infuriate me so much. Well, the big secret to this is to just not care. If there's anything I've learned in the last 2 weeks, other than that I think that's a quote. And I'm not sure, I believe it's misquoted to Albert Einstein. That the only infinite things in this life are the universe and humanity's stupidity. No. I learned that, but I also learned that just don't care, bro. Just keep going. Just keep going. You can do this 2 more weeks, I'm sure. Like, it's gonna be over anytime soon. Just need to hold out. Oh, it doesn't work as advertised? How should we have known that you have to use the hammer a different way? Maybe it will work out next time. Let's do it again. Come on. What's the worst it can... Oh my god, you can fucking die? Oh, that doesn't matter. Do it again. Do the thing with the hammer. Come on. Do the hammer thing, Lambda. You can do it. Yes, I can. I will. Thank you. I will do everything you tell me to. I'm a good citizen. Oh, you see? Look at my upper body strength. I have the tiger starts playing in the background. Here we go. All I needed was a little bit of Eye of the Tiger motivation. Careful now. Okay. Whew. Now do 50 push-ups. I don't think I've ever did 50 push-ups accumulated in my life. No, actually I did. I'm really not a fan of push-ups. I know they're the best because they're like training so many muscles in your body at once. But they're also very hard to do. I'm a fan of like sit-ups and like other muscle exercises basically. Push-ups though, a little bit too much for me. Too advanced. Oh my good lord. Okay. Let go. Let go. Just like in Frozen. Was that Frozen? Let it go. Let it go. Is that Frozen? Was it Let It Be, Let It... No, that's the Beatles, right? Let It Be? Was it Rolling Stones? I don't know. Okay. Oh, God. Today's Wednesday, right? What else can we talk about? Have I mentioned that this will be quite a short stream? Because I basically had nothing prepared, hence why I'm playing this game. For all the people that have joined me now, I'm sorry if you hate this game. I hate it too. You know, you're not alone. You're not alone in this world. You're never alone in this world, really. Like, there's always someone watching you pee. And just to keep up with the rhyming, that someone is probably me. The thing is that sometimes you really have to hate yourself to remind yourself how to love yourself. Does it make any sense? Wait a second. Oh, can I move I can't move the camera right now. Okay. Recently I've been doing a slightly different push-up that makes you want to die 10 times more. What are you doing different? I don't know how to explain it. Okay. Is it more effective though? Because if I can do less but get the same bang out of it. You know, if I could pump once and get the same bang, I would. I don't care. You know? As long as I would. Fuck pumping hundreds of times. Here we... Oh god, I recovered. Okay. Lambda pop culture knowledge. Yeah, it's all stuck somewhere and then like mixed up. That's my problem with my pop culture. It stopped somewhere in 2015, I think, my pop culture knowledge. How old is Frozen now? I'm pretty sure Frozen is older than some of you. Oh god, how old is Frozen now? It must be. No, Tangled is the older one, right? Tangled is pretty old by now. Tangled was so weird. It felt a little bit more adult than it was intended, in my opinion. Oh, let's hit the fictional small person for good luck, just like last time. A man can endure anyhow if they have a why. That's interesting. That's interesting. Knock, motherfucker. Oh. Okay. Frozen is a super cartoon. What the fuck are you talking about? What? It's not a cartoon. It's an animated movie. Hello? Next you're calling a manga comic. Oh god, no, I remember this. How did I? Ah. Oh. Jokes on you, Lambda. I'm also older than all these things. Well, some of us are, right? Some of us have to be. Imagine if this was a chat full of Zoomers. And I was also a Zoomer. This would be unbearable. Can Zoomers even concentrate like this? Can they deal with... Well, they must have it hard since, like, some of the Zoomers are going through current situation. But can they deal with defeat or loss or mistakes like this game is trying to make you deal with? They can. Probably. I like how you added that. Hentai is a form of infographic. Change my mind. I don't need to. I agree. Yesterday I was pretty sad, and then I remembered that hentai is still a thing, and I was happy again. Seriously, I was so close to writing that on Twitter. I was so close to writing. I know it's very hard for us for these days sometimes, but remember that we still have hentai. And then I thought, that's not something I want on my timeline, actually. Just in case. Just in case this ever gets brought up somewhere. Lambda does not even know that the Naginata is a glaive and not a small katana. What are you talking about? Did you just assume our knowledge? Oh my god, did you see that pro strat just now? I knocked myself down so I can get back up again. Since this game will never ever keep me down. And then I get knocked down again. But I get up again. It will never ever keep me down. That's a reference no one will get. Oh no, I guess maybe Arcane will. I don't know. Oh Jesus Christ. Can I stop playing it? You said it in the last Neo Automata video, and yes, I watched them. Deal with it. I said what? What did I say? What did you just say? I don't know why. So sorry. I know it's a burden on your people, Arcane. Oh. FIFA World Cup 98 best track. Sometimes you really notice that you're Italian, Manimoto. Sometimes you really notice. Ooh. And FIFA 98 was a really good game, though. It was back when I even still played, like, FIFA games. No! No! Oh, God. Take it as a compliment. I think you can. I think Italian people are kind of cool. I know that sounds like such a cliched, kind of defensive thing, but I have a friend who's Italian. I can say that. I can say pasta. I have a friend who's Italian. I actually ate Italian today. I ate some lovely... Well, they weren't that lovely. They were alright. I ate some alright gnocchi. With some mozzarella cheese and some tomato sauce. Some passata. I think it's called. Or it might be called. I'm not sure. And a little bit of, I believe, basil was in there. It was okay. Well, like, I've eaten better. But I've also eaten worse, so I'm not gonna complain. That's the thing about German people. We rarely ever complain, and even if we do, we don't do anything again about it, you know? We don't really like to do anything other than work. And boy, can we complain while working, but we're still gonna do it. We're still gonna do it. Because work is our life. Jesus Christ. Speaking of Italian, I'm thinking about learning either French or Italian after my first tests are over, but I can't decide which one. Had a few more options, but I decided to keep those two because they are easier. Learn Japanese. Or Russian. That would be my choices. Japanese or... Or Russian. When you got the sword from the Soul Tower, you said something like, oh, the sword is like Naginata, smaller types of swords. Or you probably want to say Wakizashi. No, you lightning hand. Listen here. What I meant was the category of weapons in Nier are categorized into smaller weapons and big weapons. Like two-handed weapons and smaller weapons. And that's what I meant. Oh, it's a smaller type weapon. That's what I meant by that. I didn't mean that to say that it's like a smaller sword. But the icon is a small sword. If you've really paid attention and didn't just listen to it. That's what I meant. So it's a miscommunication problem here, okay? I don't know if you guys know about like this infographic with the 4 ears. Where information can arrive at the recipient in 4 different ways. It's something I always like to talk about when Secretary gets something I say the wrong way. And I just talk about this for 20 minutes at a time, and then she has forgotten what I did wrong or said wrong. It's my get out of jail free card, basically. Or maybe she just acts as if she has forgotten because she doesn't want to keep talking about it anymore. Yeah, so anyway, here you go. Alright, personally, between French and Italian, I would go with Italian, I believe. But only because I tried French and didn't really like it. Although I do want to relearn it somewhere down the line. Let's say, maybe in 2 weeks or something? My list of language wants a German, Russian, Latin, Serbian. Why Serbian? Why Lithuanian? Finnish, Korean and Italian. It's a very weird list, Blue. I will not elaborate. Okay. Very chat. Very, very big energy if you refuse to elaborate. But still, that's such a weird-ass list. I was forced to learn French for school. I hated it. Yeah, me too. I really disliked it. My teachers disliked me too. Like in school, it's very important what kind of teachers you have, I think. Really make big difference whether you have fun learning a subject you don't like inherently or not. Oh my god. What is a demonic language? Russian? A bad teacher will completely destroy your love for a subject. Yeah. And when you're like a pupil, when you're like a young teenager or whatever, you don't have the necessary willpower to differentiate. You don't have the necessary willpower to think, no, I will not let this person decide over my enjoyment of this. I will have fun nonetheless, even if this person dislikes me or I dislike this person or the way this person teaches me is bad. I will still try to enjoy and still try to learn. You don't do that as a teenager. You just don't have the necessary perspective to do that. And that's okay, you know? It's okay. Like this, there is some maturity still missing from you when you're still a teenager. And that's alright to admit. It's okay not to be mature yet as a teenager. You're like little Babby when you're a teenager, you know? Still so much to learn, still so much to see in the world. Still so many ways to fall down and climb up again. But they will never ever keep it down. French teacher was nice in person, but gossipy. A gossipy teacher? I really hated my French teacher. She was a stupid old hag. Fuck me, and she hated me too. This woman. She loved a friend of mine, ironically enough, the Italian. He was really, really good at French. Wow, he was incredibly good at French. And then one day he had his guitar with him because of fuck knows why. I don't know why he had like his guitar with him. He was a musician too. Like he was really good with the guitar. And he played the guitar because she asked him to, and like everyone in class just sat there listening to playing the guitar, like going, what is happening right now? And she sat right in front of him, and remember, she was a stupid old hag, and she just looked as if she could fucking jump on his dick any fucking second. Which would have been legal at the time. He was 18, but still weird, since I'm sure she was like 60 plus. Like, something must have happened in her pants when he whipped out the guitar. And he's a good-looking guy, you know? I understand that, but still, that was such a weird moment. It's definitely in the top 10 of my weirdest school moments. Top 10. Weirdest school moments. Also, I know for a fact that his dick isn't that big. Because he once lost the bed and undressed and ran naked in the street I lived in. Late at night, while I took photos. Weird story, I know. Maybe I'll get into that another time. I kind of want to keep that for, like, when we have nothing to talk about. Because that's a good one. Oh, that's a story I love to... I love to talk about every now and then. I will never let him live that down. I think you told or at least mentioned that one before. Yeah. I do try to mention that at least once a week to anyone. Oh, for flips! French is an awful language. I'd rather learn Latin. Oh my god, Dafki, have you ever tried to learn Latin? I've heard it's horrible to do, actually. And that's coming from people learning German, you know. I mean, learning German is already hard. How good are you at German anyway, Davki? Before you learn another language, you should actually be proficient at your own, in my opinion. And that goes for anyone. Have any of you ever tried to learn your own language? The way foreign people have to learn it. Because we speak language by intuition, right? None of us think about, oh, which type of... I don't even know what it's called in English. Like, do I need to use past participle or past perfect? Or what do I need to use now? Like, what is the correct grammar here? You don't think that about your own language, do you? Maybe in very few cases you actually have to think about that, but most of the time it's just learned. It's just intuition, it's just like there. And I think once you've reached that point for language, you can speak it very well. I've reached that point, and I'm sure I make mistakes still, but that doesn't really matter for me since I don't care. I've reached that point in English at about like 6th grade, and I had some trouble remembering the different rules of like past, present, and future. I could write them down. You know, the teacher gave me examples and I could write them down correctly, but I couldn't tell him which case it was. Was this like case X or case Y or whatever? And he was really astonished at my affinity to do it right by instinct. But I always found that way easier. And that's the problem I had with French. With French there were so many different... I don't know what it's called. Like the words in a different time... What is it called? Someone tell me. What am I thinking of? Like read, read, read. Sleep, slept, slept. And stuff, or sleep, slept, have slept, or did sleep, or whatever. Anyone who speaks any Latin language will have a very easy time with Latin if they study it properly. Latin language are like Italian and Spanish and stuff, right? What type of language is German? I think we're very similar to English. Past tense, present tense, yeah, what is this called? Like the different times. In Germany, they literally just called that Zeiten. Zeiten und Fälle. Times and cases, basically. Der, die, das. These are the articles. Which is very hard to learn for a foreign person. And I do understand that since you have to learn the gender of every single word, whether it's a male, female, or like neutral. And in English, you just don't have that, right? So if your language doesn't have it, it's hard. But you know what's even harder? If your language has it as well, but in your language, like a chair is female, and in German it's male. That must be incredibly confusing, because in German, chair is der Stuhl. But what if it's like female chair in your language? You know what I mean? That must be hard on some people. And I notice a lot of my co-workers or friends or like people in school, like mostly from Eastern countries, they had a lot of trouble with articles, like calling some male things female and other female things male. And oh yeah, you chuckle about it, oh it's funny and stuff, but it's actually not funny, it's just really hard to get used. It's not even hard to grasp the concept for these people. It's just hard to get used to it. Here's a map of languages in Europe and their classifications. Please, don't use the highlight message function if you post links. Use the let's talk. Because I won't be able to pull this up later. Like, my chat function only goes back yay far. Best word in German. Sieb. Go gender that one. It's either der or das, Devkey. It's either der or das. It's not die, definitely. I'd have to really think about it, actually. Off the top of my head, I would say der. I would say der, because I would go and say, gib mir mal den Sieb. Und nicht gib mir mal das Sieb. That sounds weird. Gib mir mal das Sieb sounds off, right? Gib mir mal den Sieb sounds better. Das Sieb, because lol. Seriously? According to Duden? Or what? Well. Never stop learning, I guess. Really? Das Sieb? Jesus Christ. Butter is another one where people say it differently. I've had people tell me that it's der Butter, so a male butter. When in actual fact it should be female, I believe. Die Butter. Oh god, fuck you! Bennett Foddy! Oh god. Man, I love language talk. I love languages. I love languages so much. I love communication. I love written language. I love spoken language. I love music. Language is such a powerful tool. Don't get me wrong, I also love non-verbal communication.
No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Okay, there's no such thing as a neutral gender in Portuguese. Every time I see someone using this unironically... Oh, Latinx. Oh, yeah. I don't know what is going on with the people saying Latinx. Is it even called Latinx, or is it Latinx, or is it just Latins, or... Time to change again. No. Oh, please, no. Papa, it's you. Yeah, no. Not this one. Not if you want to see me get stuck on a level for 20 minutes, even with help. I'd rather just call it quits in half an hour, to be honest. I have some stuff to do still. Today. People have sent in Let's Talks. I don't know if I want to talk about the Let's Talk Lightning Hand has sent in right now. I could. Do you have some collections left from your parents, grandparents? Not such a long time ago, I believe. I saw that century-old banknotes that were left by my grandfather. Just wanted to share. Can take pictures even. Just as a little anecdote, don't share pictures, Lightning Hand. There could be people tracing back to where these pictures were taken. And you don't really want to do that because you don't want to dox your grandparents. Or yourself. Just saying. Yes, I have stuff from my grandparents. And my parents. And myself that are quite old. I still own a few Deutsche D-Mark. I still own a few pesetas, which was the currency in Spain before the euro. I don't own it personally, but like Secretary's grandparents have books dating back to the early 20th century, so 1910 something, like some Bibles and stuff, which is pretty impressive. Like, holding that in your hands. I must have more stuff. I have some old drawing tools from my grandfather. My grandfather was an architect. I think I said this before. And I've got some rulers and some pencils and some very advanced stuff, basically, which he just gave to my brother and me when we were children, when we were drawing in his attic, because he had this stuff lying around. And it's kind of expensive to get this stuff, but he just had it, you know. And he wanted to, like, entertain us children. I have some of these still, and I don't use them. I don't plan to ever use them, really. Like every now and then I find them in my drawer and I think of him, and that's good enough for me. Good enough for me thinking of him every now and then. Remember, I was also forced to learn Mandarin. Oh god. I mean, that's a language. If you can speak that, I mean, there's a lot of people in the world speaking it. But does it really get you that far? I'm dropping and not in Fortnite, boys. Thank you, Lightning Ant. It's a problem when people can draw that well, isn't it? I think the most interesting language are the isolates. What is the isolate? Sounds like a chemical thing, actually, but that's isotopes, isn't it? I think my hand is getting tired. I can't keep doing this for much longer. Isolate language are like... now I'm really interested. A metal ballpoint puck, which is originally from my grandmother. You gotta wonder if you're ever gonna give these things to your children. Or your children's children. Or which things you own now that you would give to your grandchildren as a memento. And will they remember you by these things? Here you go, little Lambda Junior. This is my owner hole that I got in the spring of 2014. Oh yes, those were the times, little Lambda Junior. I've busted many a nut in this one. You see the tear and hole? The tears and holes in it? And this stain over there never could get quite rid of this one. Yes, I still remember that one time I was watching a Futanari hentai. Jesus Christ. What else could I give my grandchildren? Don't actually know. Like, I don't own anything of value that would have such a sentimental meaning for me right now. That belongs to me, strictly. Or maybe some of my plushies or something. I have some plushies that are as old as me, basically. Well, yeah, I guess. I've given some stuff to Babby already. Like, Babby thinks it's hers. but they belong to Secretary and me. Oh no, now I'm stuck here again. Oh, I'm probably not going to have children. It's okay too. That's alright. The important part is being content with the life you're living. And if you're not doing, well, as much as you want to do to change that state. I think I said before that I never really thought that I would have like a child, and it was never my life goal to begin with. It still isn't the goal I have in life, but now one of the goals I have in life is just to make a good living for Babby, to make Babby happy. Because genuinely, one of the best things I've experienced so far in my life is Babby laughing and Babby being happy. And the funny stuff Babby does. Like, couldn't even tell you since you wouldn't believe me, some stuff she does. The day before yesterday, she farted in my face while I was pretending to sleep. And she always giggles when she farts, and she says fart in German. And I was trying to put her to sleep. I was lying still next to her, pretending to sleep, because she falls asleep better that way when she thinks I'm sleeping already. I was pretending to be asleep already, and she was lying right across, like, next to me, but, like, vertically. With her butt next to my face, basically. Her feet and her legs, like, over my chest a little bit, and I heard a little... And she giggled and said, "Fart." And I thought, you little shit. And I turned my face just the tiniest bit away because it smelled horrible. Since she didn't have shit that day. So yeah, a little Babby story along the way. Classic Babby move. Yeah, they really love to do that. They really love to do that. It's very hard to like toe the line between telling your Babby that it's okay to fart and making it so that your Babby doesn't fart everywhere and understands that you shouldn't loudly fart in public, because that's just a no-no, right? People will look at you funny if you fart in public, except for like fetishists, I guess. But I don't really want them to get close to Babby yet. Like, that's gonna be at least another 20 years, then like she can do whatever she wants with these people, fart in their faces, whatever. So when we started, like, secretary and I were laughing when she farted, telling her, "Oh no, did you fart? Oh, did you fart?" And we were laughing, and because it was like a little game. But now she's laughing and giggling when she's farting, and she does it on purpose sometimes. And the secretary said we should stop laughing when she does that, because otherwise it would be very hard to like teach her otherwise later. I said, come on, I'd rather have her like fart and giggle about it than hold it in and be in pain. Like, that's the worst alternative. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh! Born to shit, forced to wipe. Life is a fuck. She's learned to fart on command. Not quite on command, but I think sometimes she slightly forces it. Oh, man. Earlier today I was on the toilet, and when you have a child and you're going to the toilet, you can't just close the door. At least not when you're alone with the child, because the child wants to see you, it wants to know where you are, and you want to know where your child is as well, and taking care of it. So I went to the toilet, I had a little poo, I can tell you. It was okay, but the thing is, like, you don't really want to be interrupted in your poo. I don't know about you, but at least I don't. And then she came past the door, and she was looking at me, and she asked me, "Daddy poo?" I said, "Yeah, Daddy is having a poo. Please leave me alone," and I told her. And then she stood in the door frame. She looked very intently at me. And like, her eyes went a little bit narrow. And I asked her, "Are you having a poo too?" And she nodded and said, Babby's name, she said, "Poo." And I said, "Alright, I'm gonna finish up, then I can clean you up." So I had a poo. She had a poo, and we were both better off for it. Afterwards, we were both far more relaxed. Had a nice little nap after that. A very nice nap, actually, today. Like, she slept about 2 hours and 10 minutes or something, and I did too. It was very good. Oh, I love the naps in the afternoon. They're the best thing about having a child. Being able to nap without any guilt. She's trying to join in. Yeah, but it's weird. It's weird when you're sitting on the toilet and your Babby comes up right next to you. And she starts, like, for me, she rarely sees my legs. I have very hairy legs. Sorry if this, like, breaks any illusions you have about me, but I have very hairy legs. Like, I'm a fucking bear on my legs. Like, she comes up to me when I sit on the toilet, and she sees my legs, and she starts, like, touching my hair on my legs, because she doesn't know that. She's never seen that before, basically, or rarely ever sees it with me. Since, well, she knows Secretary and stuff, but Secretary is smooth as a baby's butt. And then she sees the hair on my legs, and she starts, like, treating it like a teddy bear. And that's weird, because you can't take a shit when your child is doing that. I really can't. I also can't climb up. Oh, God. Same with twins. My arms aren't, though, which is odd. My arms are very hairy. Like, I have hair on my fingertips. Like, not fingertips, like the back of my fingers. Not tips. Tips is the front, right? Like the back of my fingers, like the finger parts. They're hairy. I have a few hairs on them. Is that disgusting? Am I like a Yeti or something? Very sorry if someone's feeling disgusted about the hair talk. Some people really dislike hair. I think hair is very natural. A little bit of hair has never hurt no one. I think. I also have hairy legs. Dare I say furry legs? I'm a werewolf. I'm constantly living in my own furry suit, hence why I'm making fun of furries. It's a coping mechanism. Oh, also have the same thing with fingers. I think, like the hair on the fingers is, what's it called? When you pass it to your children? Hereditary, I believe? I'm a rain dog. I think it's called hereditary, right? Speaking of hair on fingers, I have a very weird theory. Oh god. My uncles always used to tell me, hey, like I was 10 at the time, my uncles always used to tell me, hey, if you jerk it a lot, you're gonna get hairy fingers. And then they wanted to see my hands. I have very weird uncles. I have very, very weird uncles. Oh my god. Heritable? Could be heritable. I don't know. Why are you asking me, Arcane? You should know better. Alpha male. I was talking about that to secretary today. Like we were talking about one of her friends, basically. She has a new WhatsApp picture with her husband, and their child. And she said, "Oh my God, she has a new WhatsApp picture, and the child is so ugly." And I said, "That's not a nice thing to say. You don't say that about someone else's child. How ugly can it be?" I said. And she was driving, and she said, "Come on, pull up my phone. You need to see this." I said, "All right, if you want me to look it up immediately, it must be very ugly." And I pulled up her phone. I searched for the contact. I pulled up the profile picture. And I said, I don't think the Babby is ugly, but the husband is incredibly ugly. She was laughing. She said, "Yeah, that's why the Babby doesn't look too good as well." But I said, her husband, he looked like a typical German guy. And I tried to explain to her, since obviously she's German too. And I told her, like, and she said, "Oh, he looks like someone that works in IT, I think." I said, yeah, that too, but like the glasses he's wearing, like these very large frame glasses with black, like frames, black rims, I think. Like the open mouth laugh, and the blonde, slightly reddish hair, and a beard to hide the weird ass, non-existent jawline. And I said, he looks so non-threatening. And she said, "I think I know what you mean. If I saw him somewhere, I wouldn't be afraid at all, even in the dark." I said, yes, that's exactly it. He looks so non-masculine somehow. Even though he had a beard, he looked so non-masculine. He looked, I think the word is emasculated even. And I tried to explain to her that I think that men need to be a little bit rough around the edges. And I'm not like your biggest alpha chat either. I'm not your biggest alpha chat either, you know. I'm like very far away from that, actually. I'm no chat at all. And neither am I alpha. I'm both lambda and delta, after all. But I'd like to think that I don't look as goofily potato-ish as that guy. Because in Germany we say, like, he looks like a Kartoffel, he looks like a potato. I think in English you say he looks like a kraut, like a sauerkraut. Like, that's a typical German thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gonna clip He drinks soy milk, most likely, yeah. I mean, oh man, I did tell you how, like, I went to a birthday party earlier today, like this evening, hence why I couldn't prepare anything for the stream. And someone went there, and the very first thing this person said to my sister-in-law was, "Oh my God, I watched this TV series, and apparently butter is the worst type of product when it comes to dairy products. Apparently 7 times worse in production than milk or something. I don't know what she said there. And I thought, it can't be right. And who cares? I thought, but yeah, like she's a hardcore vegan, this person. So I guess different priorities, right? I mean, who the fuck cares about butter? I'm not such a huge fan of butter as well. I mean, I like it in like when baking cake. But when cooking and stuff, I mostly use plant-based alternatives since they're just easy on the palate, I believe. Just like them more. It's easier to cook in a pan with them, I think, than it is with butter. But that could just be me being used to it. I don't know. Oh fuck no. Butter has about 70 to 85% fat. Sometimes you need a little bit of fat in life though, right? Coconut oil. Oh yeah, I've used coconut oil before too. It's pretty good, but expensive in comparison, I think. And it really depends where the coconut oil is coming from as well. Like if you want to be ecologically aware about your choices. Why bother if you eat animals as long as you acknowledge what happens to the animals? I don't know. I like to buy from my local butcher because at least they're treating the animals better. There are differing degrees of treatment for the animals, right? Like either you can either keep an animal in a cage its whole life, which is like 20 months or something, or you can keep it free range. And I'd rather those 20 months were spent on a grassy field with the animal being happy than the animal being just sick and caged in, to be honest. Of course, if possible, it would be nice if we could live without it altogether, but I, myself, personally like the taste of meat too much. And I haven't eaten any chicken in, I think, 6 or 7 years now. Ever since I got chickens, I haven't eaten any chicken. Since I said I can't just deal with it anymore. I can't, with the right consciousness, have these chickens with me and know how much I love them and know that there are other chickens out there that are basically tortured and treated like that. I don't want to support that. So I stopped supporting the whole poultry industry in general, actually. And whenever Secretary and I buy meat, we buy meat from our local butcher. Our local, I think in French it's called, just to keep up the language talk, boulangerie. Is it that or is that a bakery? Could be wrong, could be bakery actually. Where it's basically locally sourced and we know that the animals are treated well, in comparison, I guess. Yeah, in comparison. Boulangerie is bakery. Here you go. I was bad in French, I said so earlier. What is butchery then? It was similar to boulangerie, I believe. Or maybe I just learned both words in the same block. So they're together for me in my head. I can't give up meat, it's in my DNA. You need to get that looked at, Blue. What, Manimoto? There are some people who jerk off the animals before butchering them. Not sure if true or an urban legend. I sure hope that's an urban legend, because I can't see any point in that, to be honest. People always want to make you feel bad for eating meat. It depends on the people you talk to. If you're talking about... Oh no, it depends on... It definitely depends on the people you talk to. Like, I've known vegans that could care less what I do. Because they've accepted that it's a personal choice. And that's what it should be. Some things in life should be personal choices and no one should be able to interfere with that, I think. Be it your choice of food, or like what you want to fuck, or whatever, you know? Some things are personal choices. Anyway, on to a different topic. Local is infinitely better in every single way. People should do it more. Yeah, especially since you also support the local people, right? That's the next thing. I'd rather support someone whose face I know than like a big mega corporation making profit off of the suffering of not only the animals, but also the workers or whatever. Keep up your local economy, basically. Killing people is my personal choice. Alright. Guess I gotta accept that. As long as they don't kill me, because my personal choice is to keep living. Let's get over it, Pog. How's the masochism going? I think I dropped down 3 times now. Like, this is the third time I'm stuck on this part. Third time I'm despairing. Oh. Here's my finger hair thing. My finger next to the pinky. I don't know the finger names. It's the ring finger. Has this tiny patch of hair. 5 to 6 hairs. I always thought it was weird, so I started asking people I know if I could check their hands, and everyone had at least the hair holes in that exact same spot. Women usually don't have the hairs, but the whole things are there. It's bothered me ever since, and every time I think about it. Should I let you in on a secret, Blue? Chances are, I think I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Arcane, please, or any other females in my chat, please stop listening for the next 4 minutes. Let's make that 2 minutes, because I'm gonna keep it quick. Okay, starting now. Stop listening. Any females, please. The women didn't have hair there, because they most likely shave it away. If you find a woman that looks like she has hair on her arms, but she doesn't, she most likely shaves the hair on her arms as well, just as she shaves her legs, or whatever else on her body. They do that. They don't like being hairy. They just don't like it. Secretary told me that. She has hairs on her fingers as well, but she shaves them. Okay, I dropped a secret. Don't tell anyone you know this from me. My life is rude. So sorry. I've popped the bubble twice today, I think, for some people. First telling them that I'm hairy, and now telling them that women can be hairy. Okay, yeah. Tell Arcane that she can go back, and everyone else that's female. I think it's just Arcane, though. I don't know. It's not that many females on the internet to begin with. Like, we have a rare specimen among us. Among us. Man, I made a reference without even noticing. But I don't think all people have this hair on their fingers in general. It's just that some people do. It's like, hey, what about your earlobes? Are they attached or are they detached? Your earlobes? Like, are they dangling a little bit? Or are they, like, does your ear go straight into your jaw, neck, whatever you want to call it, at that point where the earlobes are? Because that's also hereditary. And I have a very strong opinion about that. About one of these people being based and the others being cringe. They are attached. Mine are detached and big. Oh my god, big earlobes are good. Women love big earlobes. I've had many people play with mine. Blue, you absolute chat. Do you have a widow's peak, Lambda? Yeah, I do. Are you making, like, what are these pictures called that they do for the police? Where they, like, draw people to memory? Or, like, from witness statements? Like, I have detached earlobes, that's what I wanted to say, and Secretary too, so Babby has detached earlobes as well. I'm very happy with that, actually. Photo fit? Identikit? In German, they're basically, like, literally translated, they're called phantom pictures. What does that have to do with the police? I feel like some people are trying to make a profile on me. Profile pictures. Is that it? No. Hence why Golden One is asking me if I have widow's peak. That's the thing about that finger. Everyone that tested had them. That's what terrifies me. I'm gonna try to pay attention now if everyone has these holes at least. I thought some people didn't have them. But I think hands are very private and intimate things, so I don't tend to look too much at people's hands. Because hands and nails like can be very weird. Some people have such weird nails. Like the form of the nails is so... it looks so ugly. It has destroyed many a good wank session for me, noticing how ugly the hands of a female are. Sorry to say this, but I hope all of you have beautiful hands out there. Hands are important. Hands are really important. If you're missing a hand, I'm very sorry. How did I get up and fall down again? Jesus. I'm going to the police. What? Is finger hair super common? We've started the topic here, I think. We can talk about for the next 2 hours. Or 2 weeks. I don't know. People have their follicles there, but I don't actually know any ladies with more than very fine hair that isn't very visible. Yes, we know. Well, it's not thick hair. I don't have thick hair on my hands, or rather on my fingers either. But it's visible, because I have dark hair, I guess. Like dark brownish hair. You can definitely tell if you look at my hands. I have very ugly hands myself. They look like spider legs, my fingers. And I've, like, you can see the veins in my hands as well. Since I have very, kind of pale skin. And very blue veins somehow. And some sinews you can see. I don't know if it's sinews or if it's the bones. Like I don't know. If possible, I'd like to build up some muscle in my hands. So they look a little bit bulkier. I'd really like to have some dad hands. Like big strong hands you can feel safe in when they touch you. That's what I want to have. But I don't really know how to get that. Maybe I'm too late in getting some dad hands. Okay, I'm up again. Okay, fuck, let me take a break. Wow, fucking what? Give me a second. Automod? What the fuck? Automod doesn't like the phrase "I don't like women." Hey, what about gay people, Automod? That's very discriminating. Golden One says, I don't like women who have armpit hair. I don't think a lot of women like when they have armpit hair. To be honest. Oh god, no! Sorry. Sorry, here, you can see again. I fell down. Here you go. I recovered. Oh, Jesus Christ, Defkey! I have to allow it for everyone! Give me a second. Oh, no. Can I? Yeah, control pauses it, alright. Here you go. Defkey says, I don't like women. We know, Defkey, you like birds. Female birds? Or male birds? It's okay either way. Or rather, it's the same type of degenerate. I don't women. Yeah, me neither. I don't women. I don't understand women. But who does? No! Okay, I recovered again. Wow, Desperator, I don't like girls. Wow, that is actually really fucking sexist. Desperator writes, I don't like girls, and Automod doesn't like that. But as soon as Desperator writes, I don't like boys, it allows it. That is... Isn't that... I don't know. Do you call this reverse sexism or something? Or is this like... when you go too much the other way? This is weird. I really dislike that when people are overly... Sorry. Overly sensitive about some topics. You should be allowed to say what you like and don't like, be it male or female. Because your intentions could be different, right? Could be that you're a gay person, you just don't like women to begin with, and that's why you love men, right? You don't necessarily need to be like fancy gay either. Like, you don't need to behave like a woman to be gay. Maybe you just don't like the whole woman thing. And that's why you're turned on. Like, maybe you're a very manly man and you're turned on by other manly men. You know what I mean? What about this, Automod? Have you ever thought about this? God damn it, Twitch. God damn it. I thought we had 2021. Whoa. Oh. I don't know how else to put it other than fancy gay. You know what I mean though, like the effeminate gay types. Fancy gay, it's new to me. Oh. Wait, Desperado. When you tip the scale the other way, is it reverse unbalanced? Now that's a thing to think about when I can't sleep tonight. Reverse unbalanced. Beautiful way to put it. Flamboyant. That's the word, not fancy. Well, they can be a little bit like... You know what I mean? Like... Oh, fuck, everyone know what I meant, but everyone's making fun of me as well. It's okay though. I'm there to be made fun of sometimes. In this case, like when I'm putting myself out there like this. And that's why what I don't understand about many people. That's what I don't understand about the... you guys must have noticed that YouTube is now hiding dislike counts for the mental well-being of content creators. In my opinion, if you put yourself out there, you put yourself on a platter. You put yourself out on a platform where you're being judged, where people are allowed to judge you. If you don't want people to judge you, disable like and dislikes altogether. You can't just pick and choose. You can't just choose the positive reinforcement. You have to live with the negative one as well. People are allowed to have an opinion about you as well. You need to understand that too. People are allowed to dislike you. People are allowed to like you. For the different reasons, like for any different reason you can come up with. The persons are allowed to either like or dislike you. Fuck, this is always such a hard part for me. And what's it talking about? People are allowed to like or dislike you. I forgot my point. I think that was the point, wasn't it? I think that was the point. It was something more I wanted to say, but my brain was faster than my tongue, so I forgot it again. Dislike counter was removed to save the feelings of people that like to post beheading videos. What? What? Now everything will be counted with ratios. Well, someone has, or like a lot of people have already said that only a single person needs to make a comment that says, like this comment if you dislike this video. And it will have been for naught already, but the people that hide or have hidden the like and dislike bar in their videos already, they usually also turn off comments, right? Which I also don't understand. Like, why upload a video? Why put yourself out there if you don't want to have an open discussion about the subject matter you made a video out of? It's almost as if you want to silence some people from voicing their opinions, which is dangerous in my opinion. You should never silence people. everyone is allowed to have their opinion, in my opinion. Like, that's my opinion. That everyone else is allowed to have one as well. And if your opinion is, no, other people are not allowed to have an opinion, then we can talk about that. Maybe we can argue it out. Maybe we can present some points and counterpoints. Right? But that's it. At least we're having a discussion at that point. At least we're not pretending the other one doesn't exist. Oh. I agree, the like-dislike ratio can be very bad for a content creator. Like, the audience influence can make the content sort of an echo chamber. The echo chamber is gonna... it's gonna happen anyway. Like, what do you want to hide next? The view count? Do you want to be only able to be able to see your own comments? Like, echo chambering, I agree. I'm usually not a big fan of like or dislike on platforms in general, because it kind of rates stuff. But mostly in the form of comments. I don't like that there are comments that are being highlighted because they've been liked by a lot of people. In my opinion, the comments that are disliked by a lot of people are most often, or more often than not, the interesting comments. Right? They're just unpopular. Most of the time. But when you make a video, you put it out there to be judged. No matter what. Like, it's just a game you signed up to, I think. Oh my god. How did I smoothly get up there like that? Oh, okay. Short break. Short break. I mean, back then, not many people will remember this, but back in my times, I remember on my very first YouTube account, I asked people to give me 5 stars for my videos. Because back then we had like a 5-star rating system on YouTube. You could give 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, and 5 stars for a video. Is that better than like or dislike? Because it gives some nuance. Now, the argument can be made that people more likely only give 1 of 5 anyway, so it's kind of like a like or dislike. Yeah, star system gave either 5 or 1 stars, but that's not true. Like, I often gave 4 stars because I think 5 stars is a very strong message. So I gave 4 stars. I gave 2 stars instead of 1 star. And the fact that it accumulates between all votes draws a better picture, right? It gives you a better ratio. Like, if you see a video with 4.8 stars, you know it's a good video. But if you see a video with 100,000 likes and 2,000 dislikes, that's more abstract, I think. You need to do the math for yourself, basically. But the star system made that, like did that for you. Oh god, no, that's not how I get down there. And now you can also argue that, like, going away from the 5-star system to the binary system of like or dislike, down to the non-choice of, well, whether you like or dislike, it doesn't matter because we only show the likes. It's a slippery slope. Again, what are they gonna take away next? Anyone seeing how liked or disliked the video is? Or... you know what I'm... like... is it coming across what I mean by that? Sometimes you gotta stop some progress in its tracks, because it's gonna lead you down a worse path. And we gotta be honest, like, YouTube has been going down a bad path this past decade, basically. Almost none of the improvements they made were necessary or good to begin with. And most of the things they did take away people use quite frequently or like to use. One of the rare things they changed in a recent update, at least for Creator now, is that when you upload a video, you can choose, as a template, you can choose an older video and basically take over all of the tags, the title, the video description and stuff of an older video. So when I now upload a new video, I can choose, like, I upload near 27, and I can choose near 26, and the only thing I have to change is the title now and the video description. So that's pretty good. Like, I do like that, because usually I had to open up the other video in another tab, and I had to copy the text over, I had to copy the video description over, change it then, copy the title, but change it to the new one. That's pretty good. That's a good improvement. I do have to commend them on that. Like, oh god. Okay, someone did it, please. Please. Okay. Oof. The star system incentivized extreme ratings because I think they used to only show the average, not the distribution. I can't remember it that well to comment on that. I know Amazon shows both the average and the distribution. And it's interesting why Amazon still does that. Why does Amazon still hold on to the 1 or 5 star, or rather 1 to 5 star system? What do they know, or what do they think that YouTube doesn't think about this system? Or is it a different incentive in having products being rated in different ways, or having your content creators rated in different ways? I guess, like, it's a different thing. It's like comparing apples and pears. But we're gonna stop soon. This is too much for me. Like, being on this part for like the 5th time now, and I know that I'm gonna drop again. In their defense, I kind of like that you can scroll down at full screen. Yeah, that's on a, like, yeah, but like that use is, well, I argue very limited, but the use for the upload thing is also very limited, I guess. Like, some things, there are definitely different people working at YouTube, and some of these people, they do nothing. Some of these people only do worse stuff, and some others, they really put in some effort, I think. You can't just put it all down. Silicon Valley individuals wake up like, wow, today I'm gonna make the worst fucking change ever in my platforms for absolutely no reason whatsoever. No. The reason they do these things is money, money, money. You can't rate a product for free. You can't send your thousands of fans to brigade a product. You really think it's because of brigading? Does this happen this much? I'm sure if you had like a rabid following, you would be able to let them buy a certain product, rate it badly, and incentivize them to send it back again, to do it for free. How does moving around buttons with no discernible pattern make them money? You know about earning calls, Desperator, and pretending to work. Have you ever pretended to work in your life? Hey, we did... Fuck. We did this year, and this, and this. Oh, and this is how much money we made. Good. Looks like we did well. We're gonna keep doing that next year. Thank you, everyone. Bye. I think that's what happens most of the time when a product doesn't improve. What? I can say a word in French, and everything you will tell me in English I will not understand because I copied on Google Translation. What? A word in French. Boulangerie. Boulangerie? Je ne sais pas français. Merci paquet, beaucoup. Oui, oui. Le aujourd'hui. Petit peu. 19. Oh non, non, non. Sacre bleu. Okay. Like, that's the extent of my French. Or rather, should I say, pardon my French. Croissant. That's right. Croissant. Then again, we all know that the croissant is an invention by... Who invented the croissant? Does anyone know? I don't know if that's true, actually, but it's like a fun fact I like to pop up every now and then whenever I talk about croissants. Isn't it invented by the Austrians after they defeated the Turks or something? Or wasn't it invented, rather? Someone pull up that knowledge for me. Please, someone pull up who invented croissants. Fuck, I did it. I can't believe it. Why do you wish to suck the blue? Well, have you heard how big his earlobes are? I want to play with them. Sorry, dude. I know your neck. How do you get up here? Like this! Wait. Where do we go from here? I don't remember this part. Is this the furthest I've come? Actually, is this further than I came last time? If yes, then I reached my goal for today's stream, actually. I know, most likely you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, while some dude with 10 million views does it for you. Like a baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's culture too. That's bad culture! Bad civilization. Needs to be burned down. A croissant is a buttery, flaky... what? Viennoiserie pastry of Austrian origin, but mostly associated with France. I guess Viennoiserie is like... because it comes from Vienna? This is the farthest... this sentence, Jesus Christ, I can't. The farthest you've gotten. Isn't it the furthest I've gotten? Was it the farthest? A fair bit? Let's say, yes, this is the furthest. I have 10 million views. I have like 1.5 overall, I believe. Someone remind me to look that up later. I have more than 1 million overall, I'm sure. Which is crazy already. I mean... 1 million views, like... Imagine 1 million people clicking on your videos. Or, like, the same person doing it 1 million times over for you. Like my mum. Now, my mum couldn't be bothered to support me like that. And I'd rather not have her know I do this as well. It's a picture in the background. Look at that. What is happening in this picture? Can't quite tell. A toilet! Is that a bra or is it a pillow? I think it's a pillow. Where the fuck do I need to go from here? Top left? Oh! You know what, I think I'm gonna, like... Is this like a safe place to call it quits for today? Or do I really need to drop down before I can... No, I'm not, like... Maybe I'm gonna take a look. This looks like there's a drop down here. Like over there, there's a drop. And you need to make this jump from here to over there. But down there's definitely a drop. So I'm gonna save it. Oh, this is the dude that lived in the barrel over there. You see the picture on the right? What's his face? This Greek philosopher? Who was it that lived in a barrel? Austria isn't real anyway, it's just fake Germany. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I've been there, but I'm not sure if I really was conscious at the time. Diogenes. Oh, I'm so proud of you. All of you. So much smarter than me. All better with Google, who knows? I gotta remember the name of a random hobo? Yes. Even more proud of you, Lightning Hand. You got the real and true and tested capitalist mindset already. You can start working any day now. East Switzerland. Highlander, finally catched your stream. Like a Pokemon? Please release it again. It's very cruel. Man, I do wonder what Pokemon do while they're in a ball, though. Like, how does the ball even... Have they ever tried to explain that away in the universe? How the Pokeballs work? Who invented the Pokeballs in the first place? What did the people do before the invention of Pokeballs? How old are the Pokeballs? How do different types of Oh my god, let's not keep talking about balls. Let's instead leave it YouTube-wise here for now. And we're gonna, I'm gonna get through the Let's Talks, which I got quite a few today in a second. But the YouTube recording is gonna start now.